This is an energy reading for Earth and space. So I have, let's see, 4 crystals here. And this one I've actually never used during a reading yet. It's actually Wolf's. And this is my Tektite. And so it actually really goes along with the code name because this is basically a piece of meteorite, but it crash landed to Earth. So it has both significant space energies and significant Earth energies. And like I said, I'd never used it before, and this was before I got the code name, but I really felt like I needed to use this crystal this time. Then I have here my malachite, which is a very, very earth stone. It's a very grounding nature stone. It's also good for psychic protection and psychic abilities, but grounding them, bringing them through in like a clear, grounded way. And then I have here my tiger's eye jasper, and this again, this is a very, very grounding stone. It helps with empaths. It also helps with like clearing your environment and making your environment clearer, like through grounding it. Because grounding does it does produce clarity. Like I said, it can clear the auric field and all of those things to remain grounded. And so that's kind of a theme coming in, is this grounding, clearing, and also pulling a higher energy down. And but also that's something that's just currently like in your energy field. So it's not something that you are being asked to like have more of. It's more like what is currently going on in your energy field. You're naturally very grounded, and it's like you're at this point where it feels like in some ways you're very settled and you're very clear on the earth plane. Like there are things that you have accomplished. And there is a very like grounded feeling, or even kind of a settled feeling, but there's also this feeling of wanting to expand and wanting more, but that feels more like mental and emotional and energetic. So it feels like a spiritual thing and also kind of like a mental thing at the same time, like a thirst to know who you are and have this inner knowledge and inner world figured out, because you are more grounded, and there are some earth things that you have kind of covered in this lifetime, is what it feels like. And in some ways you are kind of settled there. And as you open up spiritually, there is a feeling that you are going to ground this down more into different things, different requirements for like where this energy needs to go. So as this energy keeps coming down through you more, it feels like it's going to be like directed in different ways. So your guides are going to be giving you more of a direction as to kind of a new path to follow, which pertains more to this spiritual energy and these spiritual desires, and that this is going to like come through you, pass through you, and they're going to direct it towards certain things. And that's going to kind of clear like a block that's going on at your feet, because there is a little bit of a path block, but and that's actually kind of common. A lot of people that I read, they have this block like right around their feet, and it has to do with their path and not exactly knowing what to do. In your case, it more feels like you're settled in some ways, and it doesn't really feel like you need to really do something more right now so much in such a physical way. It feels like you're really expanding in this other way, um, in the way of, like I said, spiritually finding out who you are, meditating, meeting your guides. All these types of things are things to look into and expand on. So that's more what your guides would want you to expand on now. And then as this energy keeps kind of almost pummeling you is the word coming in, or like pounding you, but in like a refreshing way, in a good way. And there's a feeling of you seeking it out. Like you're thirsty for knowledge and you're really seeking it, seeking it, seeking it out. So it's like as that passes through you more, then there'll be more of a clear direction as to, oh, you need to put this somewhere. Whereas right now that would not even necessarily really dawn on you, especially not in a clear way. Right now, it's just about gathering the energy, about expanding your horizons, and finding out more about who you are, and then kind of settling that new energy down into an area. Okay, so I feel like I am going to surround this in another crystal, but I don't think I said my last crystal here. This is the fourth one. Now, fours really have to do with foundation, and setting up a foundation for yourself. That's also about grounding, and it can be things like finances or marriage, or something that brings people together, or simply something that grounds a person personally, and it can be simply energetically. Okay, which would be more what it is in this case. It's more like an energetic thing, like an energetic foundation. And like I said, this new energy is passing through and it's becoming grounded and it's becoming clear. So that's a process that's starting to take place. And then you'll know how to ground that and what to do with that later on. And they're just showing me like your what chakra? So like the crown chakra, and even right above the crown chakra, these higher chakras are sort of filling and filling and filling with this almost information. It's coming down into your heart chakra as well. So, oh, okay. So it's like it's slowly passing down through your chakras, basically. So it's going to, later on, eventually it's going to reach the lower chakras and start filling those up as well. And your lower chakras are your grounded chakras. These higher ones have to do with things out here. They have to do with your emotions and your intellect, and also mediumship and psychic ability, and waves of energy that are passing through you that you're collecting. Whereas these lower chakras have to do with what you're putting out. Okay, so this is why we really have this theme going on here with the code name, because I didn't know exactly what that was going to refer to, but this code name of space and earth, these two things. So this is also about being grounded physically in a spiritual way, an ethereal way. So spiritual obviously referring to space, and this grounded physical clarity and where to put these energies, that would be represented by earth in this code name. Okay, so this is my Shatakite. This is the fourth crystal here. And Shatakite is not really so much about grounding as some of these others were. This one is about healing. It's about clairvoyance, precognition, or seeing the future. So this really has to do with a lot of psychic abilities. So we definitely have kind of a mix going on here. I will say whenever I hold this, I do feel, even if it doesn't pertain to that exactly, I do always feel a very grounded energy with it at the same time as being about all these psychic things, which a lot of times I actually do feel a grounding energy whenever a stone does have to also do with healing. And I think some of that has to do with the fact that you have to be in a very calm state and a very clear state. And one of the ways to ground an energy down in a clear way is to be calm and detached. When you're calm, you are detached. And so that's what really enables clarity, is basically being emotionally detached, being calm, being centered. All these things produce a physical groundedness, but in the right way, in a way that isn't settling into physical things and leaving this other energy out. Because there is this feeling that at one time, maybe even not that long ago, I'm not going to say extremely recent. It doesn't feel extremely recent, but it doesn't feel like it's been that long that you have really, really, really started seeking and really delving into this more spiritual, more spiritual information. So it kind of feels like before, at one point in your life, it was really more about more kind of mundane physical things and doing what you needed to do in your life to kind of get settled and, you know, accomplish certain physical things and be kind of settled with that and clear on that. So it's like this new energy being added, and it doesn't feel really recent. It feels like a few years or so this has really been started to be looked at and added. But it still feels relatively new. It feels like kind of before that, this definitely took a kind of back seat to doing more kind of mundane physical things, which your guides are saying that's completely fine. They're only like explaining where your energy is now and speaking about that, and also that there will be there will be more to do in a physical way later on pertaining to these newer energies, like they said. Okay, so that's really what they want you to look at and open up to and expand upon. And they're saying that you're moving in the right direction with that, and to keep on adding more and more and more. They're saying flavor, like almost like explore, experiment, taste different, um, taste different like subjects or areas, dabble into different things, they're saying. And they're saying that there's like a lot of things to try. There's a lot of things to taste. And they're just talking about newness, but they're speaking. They're not speaking about things like, and you know, do whatever you feel to do. Obviously, if you want to go kayaking, go kayaking or whatever. But what they're specifically speaking about is not, they don't mean try something new like go skiing or something like that. Um, like I said, do whatever you want. But they are specifically talking about this specific area, spirituality. They're saying, you know, just try everything. You know, look into everything. Add as much information as you can in this way of spirituality. Study as much as you can, you know, go to whatever groups you feel to, or go to seminars or workshops if you feel to. Wherever you feel to go in that way, or listen to different people talk about different things. And they're saying, and to just be open to new information and be a sponge to new information, but they're saying at the same time, close off to what you don't resonate with and fill up on information. But yeah, they're saying fill up on information and open yourself up to specifically what you resonate with. Because there's a lot of information to find that you resonate with, they're saying, and to incorporate into your beliefs and just into your understanding of spirituality and how you can create your existence, how you can create your life, and also look at your life and reflect on your life, and just different spiritual topics and teachings to incorporate. They're saying that can help you to move forward, and they're saying, and almost gain access to sort of new levels of spirituality and what you are able to do with it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up this symbol that you are referring to in this question. Let's see here where this is. Okay. Okay, this is this looks like a mandala, and that usually has to do with almost like a prayer or a message or something that you're speaking over yourself or something that you are speaking over humanity. And I didn't think of that, but then they just sent me this energy, which is very, very true. This looks like the sun. I hadn't thought of that, but this mandala seriously looks like the sun. I mean, it's orange and it has a lot of yellow on the inside, but then it has all these yellow triangles on the outside. It almost looks like sun rays. Okay, so they're saying that this really has a lot to do with the sun energy. So they're saying that it has to do with new growth. It has to do with prosperity. And there again, it has to do with an energy coming down and grounding. And it does have to do with like a celestial energy, the sun. So it has to do with a celestial energy, and they're showing it to me like a ball of fire. So they're saying not even to think of it just like the sun that you see up in the sky and it's shining on earth. It's also when you're not seeing it from Earth, it's extremely far away, and it is literally a ball of fire floating out in space that is separate from Earth and has nothing to do with Earth. Earth just happens to be orbiting around it, and it's giving off this heat to support life and growth on planet Earth. But it does that for many planets as well. And so they're saying that we have to almost look at it, or you have to almost look at it like literally just off in space on its own. It is this ball of fire, and almost what that pertains to, or what that can bring you. But you can also look at it as, what does it bring the planets around it? They're also saying that another point, which is sometimes a planet is too close to the sun and it can't have any life on it because it is boiling hot. It's too hot. Sometimes it's too far away, like Pluto, and then it is just extremely, extremely cold, or Neptune. So it's too cold to support intelligent life. And, maybe there are some different types of life on there, I'm definitely open to that. But in general, that's the way that people tend to think of it. It's too close to the sun, it's too hot for life, or it's too far away, so it's too cold. So they're saying that's another thing about Earth, is it's in the right spot. And they're saying that it has to be in the right spot. So they're saying that it's also about a guidance system, and that the prosperity flows to you when you are on your path, when you're moving in the right direction, when you are in the right place at the right time, or in other words, when you are sitting in the right spot. When you are the planet that is in the right spot for the sun to hit, in the middle ground, in the way where it's not too hot, it's not too cold, it's just right. And they're saying that just has to do with you being on your path, with you following your intuition at every single moment. Okay. Oh, okay. I hadn't thought about that. They're also saying another thing that this pertains to is like a flower. They're saying that this also looks similar to a flower, which actually in some ways it kind of does, because there again, the rays on the side, it can also be like petals on the side. And even the circle in the middle can almost be like the inside of a flower. I would not have thought of any of these things that this picture looks like. Okay, so they're saying, so even with that, like the petals are open. They're saying, so even this is also a message. It's like you're opening up. You're opening up to the sun. You're opening up to prosperity. You're opening up to something new. You're even opening up to your intuition to bring you into the right space, so that these energies settle down into the right space. So they're saying it's still about settling down, and there's no problem with something settling. They're just saying, but not in a way where it is stuck, or where it's conditioned, or where it's mundane. So they're saying that this new energy is going to bring something. It's meant to bring something fresh, something new. So they're saying that right now you are aligning with something that is passing through you. You're aligning with a new energy that's passing through you. But they're also saying that it's not only about part of it is about finding out more about yourself and who you are in a spiritual way. Um, Part of it also has to do with intellect, but still in a spiritual way, and with learning like about new teachings. And they're saying also incorporating them, incorporating new practices, like they were talking about before, and learning those things. Now they're going into they're saying something about fear, and they're saying challenges, um, and they're saying that again that it's all about getting into a calm state, but they're saying like an open and relaxed state. So they're saying not calm like a zombie, or like, even though they said detachment before, at the same time, not detachment in a way of like shutting off or turning off emotions. No, they mean being open and being free and being vulnerable, but being able to look at things in a clear way, because you're not emotionally attached to them. So you don't try to possess them. You step back, so you are detached and you see clearly. But at the same time, you feel openness towards them or love towards them. So it's not detached like I hate you, I'm closing off to you, or something like that, or like a negative thing, like not even like an I hate you, but just like a that's strong, but like, yeah, they're saying that too. But like just I'm pushing you away. So not a detachment like that. They're saying just an openness, allowing, where you allow yourself to, and where you are in a very um, just relaxed state, a very open, relaxed, peaceful state, they're saying. So they're saying like a true calm. And they're saying, and that's passing through you as well. And they're saying, and that just comes with these gifts of knowledge. They're saying knowledge. They're saying that you have a strong intellect and passion to create. They're saying, and they're meaning kind of, it feels like in an artistic way and in an emotional way, and in a spiritual way. But they're saying that your intellect really brings newness. There's also a feeling of like meeting new people, interacting with new people. So it does almost feel like an energy of um, going to groups, or going to seminars, or things where you are meeting new people who are like interested in these types of things. There's a feeling like that. They keep saying words like this. Before they were saying flavor, now they're saying spice, like that almost spices things up a bit, for you specifically, to like travel and go places and meet new people and interact with people. um, that would be something um, that would be good for your energy, because even though there is like a feeling of like an energy settling, and like they said, that's not a bad thing. They're saying at the same time it's good to be free and to like to spice things up, they're saying. Okay. So they're saying that your intellect is definitely one of your strengths. So is this need to learn more about who you are, and study more spiritual things, aliens, and angels and spiritual practices and whatever it is that you feel drawn to. And this need to they're saying recharge yourself in this way, to have these energies. They're saying that word again, like pounding you or pummeling you. So they're meaning it like it keeps coming and coming in like this fast pace, and these waves. But they mean this again, like I said before, like they said before, they mean this in a positive way, not pummeling you or pounding you like it's punching you or something, but they're saying more like if rain were if like a lot of rain were gushing out and pouring over someone. So like if someone was being pounded with rain, and it's like a very refreshing thing, to feel, they're saying like warm rain. And they're saying, and rain, just like the sun brings heat so that the grass and everything can grow, but they're saying also rain, it nourishes the ground. It's something fresh, it's something new. So they're saying that they admire your thirst for knowledge, and your thirst to know your path, and your thirst even to know who your guides are, and how to meet them, and just how to be in alignment more spiritually. So this is something good about you, they're saying. There's also They're sending me this feeling now, like there is this excitement about what you create. And there's almost like this, it's almost like this passion and this excitement. They're almost sending me this feeling almost like a little kid. When like a little kid is very open and they're excited and they feel free, and they're getting out their paintbrushes, or they're painting with their hands or something, or they're creating something, and they have like a glue stick or whatever, and um and there's no like they're saying there's no like structure. It's just like this dance, and it's just free, and it's let loose, and it comes through in this divine way, as this divine creation, because of the fact that it isn't tampered with, it isn't controlled, and it isn't structured in like a conditioned way. It's just fully, totally allowed. So they're saying, so in the same way that a kid is excited and gets open, um, about passionately creating, and they don't put any kind of um, they don't inhibit themselves by placing any kind of rules on it, or any expectations really on it. Now, somebody else, they're saying, might put an expectation on it, like their parents or their teachers or something, for it to come out in a certain way. But if you take that away, if you take those sort of authority figures away, then you just have this child that is free and open and playful and has these new ideas passing through them all the time and just puts them out, you know, in a free, clear, expressive, expansive way, and just laughs about whatever it is. They don't feel sad or disappointed about whatever it is, or feel like it should have been done in a certain way. They're just having fun with it, in other words. And so they're saying that they want you to really incorporate this new energy, which they're saying is something that you already have in you. And they're saying that it comes out when you are feeling passionate about something that you are creating. And also even with spirituality, this yearning to know more about who you are and this passion, they're saying to let it all just become a joyful excitement, where you just feel like you are in the flow and you are allowing and you are creating and you are expanding and you are expressing, and to just be in a very relaxed, open, playful state. And they're saying then all of your chakras are going to open up, they're going to expand. They're saying you're going to feel better, you're going to feel more at home with who you are inwardly and outwardly, they're saying. And they're also saying that other people are going to feel this vibration around you. And when they meet you, they're going to feel this uplifting vibration. And they're saying, not that people don't want to be around you. They're not saying that, but they're saying that when people feel this energy, it's like people are going to gravitate to it. More people are just, they're going to want to be around you. They're going to want to be around that vibration, that uplifting vibration, that expanded vibration. And they're also saying that trusting vibration, because they're saying that vibration has to do with trusting the universe and trusting the universal flow. So they're saying, just like with the space and earth thing, and how those are opposites, but they're also this mix and this balance. Like the sun is a ball out in space, you know, but it feeds the earth, it gives life to it, it nourishes it. It gives life to it and it gives light to it. And then space gives darkness to it. And so the sun and space, it allows for this polarity of light and dark, meaning of light and dark and night and day, and cold and hot. And they're saying, and you're shifting from one to the other and one perspective to the other. And they're saying that there's equal amounts of both, and this is a balance. And groundedness and mental clarity and expandedness, and these new energies passing through and becoming grounded. They're saying these are balances. This is balance. They're saying feminine and masculine is balance. Light and darkness is balance. Night and day are balance. They're saying inward and outward is balance. But they're also saying that these two energies that you have and that you bring, one of them, this childlike energy that they've been talking about, expanding and growing and relaxing more into, but that is certainly there. They're saying that is there, and they want you to grow that and just expand it by allowing it more, and by by incorporating the practice of stepping into that more, stepping into that vibration more and that energy more. They're saying this is also a balance too, this childlike energy, but then they're saying this intellect, which they're saying is almost like the wise old man or the wise sage. And he's extremely intellectual, or they're also saying she is. So this wise old person, and they are very intellectual, they are very wise, and they're saying it's like they've witnessed the passing of time, of a lot of time, and they've had time to explore many varieties of things. And this doesn't feel like one earth lifetime, or something like that, like where they're talking about physical age. No. Or even a physical child. They're basically talking more about a very old soul, or even an ancient soul, and at the same time having a young spirit. So a soul that is both wise and open. So childlike and playful, and at the same time wise, and in this sense old. And they're saying that these two things are a balance, and that it creates peace and harmony with each other. The childlike energy says, hey, don't get stuck, expand, create growth, get excited about new things, let new energies come towards you, new ideas, expand, grow. And this energy basically says, I have witnessed many things, and even if I haven't, it's not really about I've witnessed many things. It's more about I understand them. And your guides are saying, so they are sending this one energy of I've witnessed many things, and therefore I understand. But you can witness many things and not understand any of them, or have very little understanding of anything. And they're saying you can be an old soul, but be very young in terms of your understanding. Or they're saying you can be a very young soul and be filled with understanding, even though you haven't witnessed a lot of things. So they're saying it's more about intellect and understanding. They're also bringing up now the word forgiveness, and they're saying that this would be a good technique where you basically, there's techniques where you basically just state a person's name or anybody who wronged you, and you just tell yourself, I forgive you, I forgive you, I forgive you. Even I forgive myself. And they're saying that this can really release something and really shift something. So they're saying that that would be a really good exercise to do. One person that keeps coming up is a mother energy. And the idea of family members. But then also they're saying specifically anybody who has, in a sense, wronged you. And they're saying in a sense because obviously you would have allowed those things. So they're saying that it's never someone wronging you. It's always, even if they are doing that, still, it's always them reflecting something to you, even if they are wronging you. It's still them showing you something in you that they are reflecting. Whatever that is, that would attract that would pull in someone doing something wrong towards you in that way. But they're saying though that this is also why it's good, because um, it releases energies that would pull in something negative or that pulled that in to begin with. And they're saying that it opens you up for new things, for new energies. And they're saying that when you harbor any kind of resentment or anger, they're saying even something that you don't necessarily feel consciously or understand that you have consciously, but you were just hurt in the past and you might not feel it consciously anymore, but you did then, and it's just still kind of trapped or stuck in your auric field. They're saying this is a way to expand and sort of clean house, remove it from your auric field, to just practice just going through a list. I forgive you, I forgive you, I forgive you. They're saying you can even write it down. You can even write the names down, and you can like burn them after, or something like that. If you, they're saying if you want to make it like almost more dramatic, or if that would make it seem more like it's having an effect, or that it's more significant to you, or if it simply works to just meditate and just say it to yourself, they're saying that's fine too. But they're saying that that would be a good exercise to practice allowing, they're saying, and making room for these new energies. So they're saying that some of making room for new energies has to do with releasing energies that are already there, releasing energies that, they're saying that word again, that are trapped in your auric field. They're going back to this mandala again, and they're saying that even with this mandala, it has this energy of expand, grow, because that's what the sun says. And even this idea of the flower, and it's open. Even that says expand. When you're open, that is expansion. When you're closed off, that's the opposite of expansion. They're saying that that's why forgiveness is good and why that would be a good exercise, because they're saying when you harbor any kind of resentment, they're saying that is a closing off. So it's the opposite of this flower idea, this openness, this expansion. It's the opposite of that. And they're saying that letting go of that is allowing. And so it opens you up, and it opens you up to feel love and joy and peace, and to feel new things. So they're saying even with other techniques as well, they are saying that a lot of it does have to do with releasing. They're saying harbored or like blocked energies. They're saying also emotional energies in the energetic field, but they're also just saying energies in general. To be open and allowing, it's good to have techniques where you are expanding yourself by way of releasing. So you release something and then you can bring in something new because the room for it is there. You've created room for something new to pass to you. So they're saying, for instance, like if your head were just filled with all this information that you were really stuck on, and you were really like sure that this is true, and you weren't open to new ideas, which they're saying that you definitely are. You are open to new ideas. So they're not saying this is true about you. They're just giving like a for instance. They're saying like someone who has a mind that's just filled with all of this information, like they're even referring to like a scientist that is not an open-minded scientist, which certainly many are, but they're saying like a very closed-minded scientist who is just very, very certain about certain scientific facts, and so they're closed to spirituality, and they're closed to different ideas. They're saying, then how can new ideas flow into them? Their head is too stuffed. It's too full of different philosophies already that they are stuck on, that they're not willing to let go of. So they're saying, in order to increase and expand, you have to clean house and you have to make room. So so they're saying that cleansing techniques and really removal techniques are good, they're saying. And they're a good foundation to begin allowing in new energies. So they're saying that when you think of allowing in new energies, they're saying first think of releasing old energies that are there. And they're saying then you will really expand and you will grow in a profound way. And then you'll really be aided and you'll really be clear, and your guides will be able to direct you as to where to put the information that's coming in. But they're saying that right now, it isn't about doing anything. Like they said earlier in the reading, they're saying it's just about playing. It's just about exploring. It's just about expanding and just having fun and letting go and allowing. And they're saying, and learning that lesson. They're saying, learning the lesson of expanding through releasing and allowing and letting go. And they're saying, again, and being in a calm, relaxed, playful, again, they're saying playful state. They're saying where you just let all things come to you. They're saying gradually or in a split second. So they're saying that you don't have any expectations on it. And they're saying, and that's part of creating. And they're saying, again, when you want to create something, new. They're saying throw something away, make room for it. And they're saying that this is also balance, like give and take. This is balance. I release and something new comes to me. They're saying this is a balance, and this is being in the flow, in the universal flow. Yeah, like something I always say is let go and it will flow. So if you are if you let go of something, something new will flow to you, they're saying. And they're also saying that it is all about, um, that it's all about, hmm, they're saying it's like stepping into a, a groundedness and a certainty almost by being uncertain, and by being totally fearless when you are uncertain, letting anything fall where it lands. And that's just allowing. But more than anything, they're saying that what you're really learning is to just let yourself be, and to just allow yourself fully to expand and grow and operate the way that it is and what you are. And they're saying then, when you just fully allow yourself, they're saying think of what you're going to know about yourself. Think about the information that can then come through in regards to yourself and who you are, because you just allow it, to be, and you allow it to flow, and you let yourself be whatever you are, and you don't have any expectations on it. Okay, so they're saying that is the end of the reading. So thank you so much, Earth and Space, or maybe it was Space and Earth. I'm not sure which way I received that code name, but thank you very much for allowing me to do this reading for you. And I truly hope that it benefits you. Thank you very much. Namaste.